What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Crying in Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Logan Melia. And today we come to you with some sad news. The passing of Henry Hank Aaron, born in 1934, died in 2021. It's a sad day in the baseball community. He was, in a lot of people's eyes, the home run king, and still is. He did so much for Major League Baseball, and really helped push black players into the major leagues. He was a pioneer, and really just an amazing player. I mean, the only player to ever appear in 25 All-Star games. I have not even been alive for 25 years, and this man has played 25 All-Star games. Just an insane player. One of the best. I believe he's 7th all time in WAR. He's 7th. Behind people like Willie Mays and Cy Young, Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb. Like he is such a integral part of baseball history. And, you think about players like, Mickey Mantle and Ted Williams and Stan Musial, and he had a higher WAR than all of them. His WAR was 143.1. Just, there's nothing bad you can say about him. He's just an outstanding player. He was part of the 3,000 hit club, 3,771 hits, 755 home runs. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And just, I'm looking at all of his attributes right now, and Hall of Fame, MVP, 1957 World Series, 3-time Gold Glove, 2-time batting title, 25-time All-Star. Just insane. And he played for the Braves and Brewers his entire career. Last year playing was 76, starting 54. Just one of there's so much good you can say about him. And to a lot of people, he is the leader in home runs because Barry Bonds is in first place. Now that whole conversation's a whole different one. If people like Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire should be on this list, but I mean, he is in a lot of people's eyes second to none when it comes to pure power, hitting more home runs than Babe Ruth. That phenomenal clip of him hitting that home run, 715, just. It sends chills down people's spines every single time they see it. Just one of the most blessed players of all time. Now, he played for quite a while, and he only won the MVP once in '57, but he's leading the league in something, it seems, every single year, whether that be OPS or slugging or total bases, OPS plus, doubles. He was just so consistent throughout his entire career, it seemed. I see him, his batting average fluctuating sometimes, but I see a 5-year stretch of 327, 323, 319, 328, 318. And he's got 279, and then he's just probably the best player in baseball history, and it's such a shame to see him pass. And there's a hole in the baseball world right now, it seems, with him gone. And we lost Lasorda a couple, I think it was almost a month ago right now. But that was a tremendous impact, especially on the Dodgers. He was such a big part in baseball history. But I mean, this is monumental to the baseball community, just really earth shattering, it seems, to a lot of people. And what he meant to the Braves is only something a few players mean to a few teams. I think about, what David Ortiz meant to Boston, and what Ernie Banks means to Chicago or the north side of it. I mean, heck, the south side. I'm a White Sox fan, and I respect the hell out of him. Ernie Banks is one of the best players ever to play the game, and there's just this elite group of players that I think of, and it's people like Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, Ted Williams, Mickey Mantle, DiMaggio, Ricky Henderson, Stan Musial, and Willie Mays, not Willie Mays. Well, Willie Mays is on the list, but Hank Aaron is at the top of it, really. And there's such a profound impact. I really feel like a broken record at this point, but just such a profound impact on the baseball community. And he will be missed greatly. And in all honesty, I don't necessarily see anyone breaking that home run record, because there's just he's just such he was such a powerhouse. And the only current player I see on the top home runs list is Albert Pujols with 662, and Albert Pujols is a year or two away from retirement, so he needs to put up some 50 home run seasons to catch up. But he's just such a monumental player that will go down in history as probably one of, if not the best players ever. I don't see anybody else beating out Hank Aaron, because I'm looking at this list. Albert Pujols at 662, Miguel Cabrera at 487. Those are the only two in the top 50 that are close to him. And there's people lower, Encarnacion, Cruz, Robbie Cano, Ryan Braun. But, none of these guys are close. And that it really just shows how big of a gap there really is. He's number one, really. He's number one, and the closest someone is to him is, a little under 100 away. So that just really drives home the point of how monumental he is, and just one of the best players to ever walk on this baseball field. Now, I know this was not really too happy of an episode, and it again sound like a broken record near the very end, but I wanted to talk a little bit about Hank Aaron and what he meant to Atlanta, Milwaukee, and really just baseball as a whole. His profound impact in helping integrate the Negro Leagues with the major leagues. It's just a player that people that my grandkids, they will know his name, and that is something you can't say about everybody. People will remember the name Hank Aaron for a long, long time. We thank you for listening to this episode of Crying in Baseball podcast. See ya.